Hi quilters, I'm Pam Heller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert. I'm here with the lovely Erica. She is our corporate marketing specialist. And today we're going to show off our Go Flamingo die.
That's right. We're going to show you how to put together this adorable pillow project that features the flamingo. It's called the Go Wading Pool Love Pillow, and we love it, don't we, Pam?
We do. I think it's so cute. Hey, quilters, flamingos are not just for Florida.
That's right.
This project is a free pattern at AccuQuilt.com, so feel free to stop the video, download the pattern so you can follow along with Erica and myself.
Absolutely. Now, before we wade in,
oh, good fun.
Let's take a look at the flamingo die. Look at the detail in this die. I mean, it would be so difficult and time-consuming to cut by hand, wouldn't it?
I would never do it, just so you know.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't make the pillow without the die.
Right.
Don't forget, quilters, we have a free embroidery download available for it too. We'll talk about that later.
That's right. Now, for now, we want to get started on our pillow. Now, the background is going to be pieced together using the Go Cube Mix and Match 12-inch block. So it's going to go together really quickly for you and easily.
All right, today we're going to use 4 different shapes. We're going to use shapes 1, 2, 3, which are half square triangles, my all-time favorite shape, and shape 8. Now remember, quilters, when we talk about cubes, all the cubes have the same shapes in every cube. They're numbered the exact same way. The sizes are just different.
Right.
Okay? So always keep that in mind. So for example, if you were to put together 4 of shape 1, you would get a finished size of that cube.
Right.
All right? So that means if we used 4 of shape number 1 from the 12-inch cube, we're going to make a 12-inch finished block. So today we're going to use our Go cutter today. The 12-inch cube along with all of our cubes will fit through both your Go and your Go Big.
That's right. Great reminder.
All right, I'm going to hand those back to you.
So we've got some wonderful fabrics in this project. They're from Maywood Studios in their Kimberbell Basics line.
So cute.
And they're just perfect for this project. So let's finish cutting. We've already got some pieces cutting.
We do.
And I think you have a pro tip for us on cutting these half square triangles.
I do. So this is the half square triangle die from the cube. So a couple of things you're going to notice. All right. First of all, there's a blade here. And we've cut off the dog ears.
Right.
So
huge
from
time
this
saver.
point here to this point here is a perfect 1/4-inch seam. So here's kind of our pro tip. We're going to measure from here to here.
Yep.
At 1/4 inch on either side.
Yep.
Find that lengthwise green, so that nice and tight lengthwise green.
Yep.
Okay. And we're going to put right sides together as we cut them, because then we can just pull them off and sew them together. That's such a great tip.
Pam's a chain piecer.
I love to chain piece for days, okay? So remember, we can cut up to 6 layers of fabric, but we actually only need 4 for our project.
Right.
Now, the thing that's crucial is to remember you want to have the appropriate size mat.
Right.
10 by 10 inch die board, 10 by 10 mat.
Perfect.
All right, so we're gonna cut these.
Perfect.
All right, look how fast this goes.
Wow.
All right, static is built up as it's come through the cutter.
Yes.
We want to give it a little bit of love. Slide that mat, don't lift.
Whew.
Pull this back and look at this today, Erica. We have cut perfect half square triangles.
Absolutely.
So now that we've cut them together, we can sew them together.
We can sew them together.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to let you start. You're going to go over
I'm
there and chain piece for days.
I've got some cut here, and we're just going to start. And I think you were going to tell us a little bit about the embroidery, right?
Yes. So this is a free embroidery download at AccuQuilt.com. So let's talk about the shapes on the die board, okay? So it has the flamingo body, the beak, the eye, and the wing. And it's going to cut out the little notch right there. So you have 3 stitches, a blanket stitch, a satin stitch, and a motif stitch.
Do you have a favorite, Pam?
I do. Actually, on this one, I love the motif. So let's look right here. Look, we have flamingo fabric.
Oh my gosh.
It's so cute. Okay, so these are free embroidery downloads available at AccuQuilt.com. And we have a video to show you how to download and to sew the stitches together.
That's right.
So just remember, all of our AccuQuilt dies that are applique have that free embroidery download available.
Yes.
It just makes it so much easier. Now, quilters, if you don't have an embroidery machine, no worries. You can use Raj quilting. You could do a decorative stitch.
You've got so many options. Yeah.
So look at lovely Erica is over here
I'm
chain
just over
piecing.
chain piecing here for Miss Pam.
Yep.
And then we cut our shape number 8. Now those were the rectangles. We already
Right.
had those cut. And again, when we cut those, we put those right sides together, didn't we?
We did. And that way you can just cut them and sew them all together.
One of the other things I like about this sample is that we use that metallic fabric.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great reminder. You can use metallic fabrics with this, and it's going to cut beautifully, and it's going to give you some real dimension to your project.
It is. It is. And I love the little sparkly. It kind of looks like sand.
Like sand.
And then we're going to press to the dark side.
Right.
So look how fast that was.
And this is going to go together so quickly because these are really all the pieces that we need. That center block was our shape number 1.
Right.
And when we've put together 2 of the rectangle shapes, then we've got the equivalent of a shape number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And when we've put together our half square triangles, we've got the equivalent of shape number 1.
Yep. So now that Erica has sewn our shapes together, we're just going to press to the dark side. So I'm just going to take my little shovel iron here and just press it here to the dark side. Okay.
Pam and I like to press to the dark side when we can.
We do.
And with bigger shapes, you totally can do that. When I'm working with really small ones, maybe
Yeah, I would
press those open.
Press those open, okay? So we're going to press one more open here for you and show you. And then we're going to just show you how to put that block together.
That's right.
Okay,
So, and now we're going to put this whole project together before you applique your flamingos on, because your flamingos are going to be overlapping the pieces.
Right.
Normally I'd say go ahead and applique first just in case you have any kind of an issue.
Right.
But we're not going to do that because they're going to overlap those pieces, and heck, you're not going to have any kind of problem. So,
right. Okay, yep. So we're going to show you how we would put the row together. So I'm going to lift this up so you can kind of see. We'll move our pressing mat.
Got it.
All right. Erica, I always lay out my blocks.
I do too.
Okay.
I do too.
So that I know that
it's like a road map.
It is. Well, and that way I sew them together correctly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's always good. Okay, so here would be our first row. And then we would follow the pattern, do the second row, and then we would add this again.
Right.
And then your whole, it could be like a weekend project or an afternoon project.
Afternoon project, so quick and easy. Well, I think we're ready to look at our flamingos, Pam.
Okay, let's do that.
We'll get those moved aside. Now, we've got our fabrics ready with fusible on the back. And for this project, as you see, our flamingos are facing each other. So we need to cut them, one with right side fabric up and one with right side down so that they're facing the different directions.
Right. So you would want to put one piece like this and then another piece together. Okay.
But remember, you're going to have to do the same thing with your wing and your beak, or else you're not going to have those going the right way too.
Right. So here's our wings, and then here's our beak and our eyes.
Oh, that's perfect.
Look at that. All right.
That's perfect.
So let's do this. Now, normally we can cut up to 6 layers of cotton, but we have to count that fusible as a half a layer.
Right.
So we can just use 4 layers. So look at this. 2 layers, 2 layers, 4 layers.
There we go.
All right.
Perfect.
And we want to make sure that we have a 5x10 cutting mat because it's on a 5x10 die board. And you could use this die in any of our cutters.
Any of them.
Including our Go Me and our studio cutter.
I love that.
Yeah, studio cutter with the appropriate adapter.
Yeah. Now you want to use the 5x10 mat. Don't try to use your 6x12 because you could get some shift.
Right.
And then it wouldn't look as good.
Right. All right, so we're going to just run this through our cutter.
Perfect. And again, you've got the free downloadable embroidery, but if you don't have an embroidery machine, you've got other options.
No worries. You could do Raj quilting, a decorative stitch. Okay, so I'm going to slide this off right here and pull
so
back.
Excited.
I know, this is such a cute little die.
They're so adorable.
Okay. All right. So we're going to lay out our pieces here so that you can see.
So quick and easy. There they are. Let's get the
because
little...
they love each other. That's why they're looking at each
They're
other.
in love. There we go.
Okay.
Oh my
and
gosh.
here's the beak. There we go. I have to do it the right way.
There we go.
So when you do the embroidery file, it's going to start from the bottom shape and work its way up.
Perfect.
Right? So it's going to start with the base of the body, and then it's going to add the wings.
And I've got a video on that. So if you want more information, be sure you check out that video.
Yeah.
Now the last thing that you do after you got your flamingos on there and appliqued would be to go ahead and do the border. And
Right.
that was the small square shape.
Right.
And again, I would put right sides together and I would just go ahead and chain piece, because we love that.
Yes.
And put black and white sets together, make your sets, and then you'd put 3 sets on each side, 4 sets across the top. You'd be done in a snap.
Perfect. All right, quilters, here's our final tip. Be sure and pay attention to the orientation of squares for the border and follow the pattern to save yourself from using your seam ripper.
That's right.
You want to make sure that you keep alternating the pattern going all the way around the outside.
Right. Okay, then once your top is done, it's time for quilting. Now, if you're going to make this into a pillow, you can layer the top with some batting and some muslin.
Right.
Or something else, because the backing is going to be inside the finished pillow. Now, if you decide to make it into a tabletop or
Which
a
would be
wall
so
hanging,
cute.
so cute,
So cute.
then you want to use your final backing fabric when you quilt it.
Right. Now the pattern has all the directions you need for completing this as a pillow.
Yes.
You'll need to rotary cut 2 pieces of fabric that you're using for the back of the pillow, and then you want to double fold the hem along one side and stitch it down. Okay.
Right.
Then overlap the rectangles to make a 26 by 26 inch square.
That's right. Then you're going to base those pieces together so they're secure. Layer the pillow top and the back with wrong sides together. Pin, baste them 1/8 of an inch away from that edge. Again, you want to secure them.
Right.
And then use some double fold binding tape to go around. And you can make that yourself with a 2.5 inch strip die.
There we go.
Which we love.
Which we love and have all the time.
All the time.
All right, stitch it to the top, fold over the edge, and finish on the back. Insert your pillow form, and ta-da, you're done. We know you'll have fun making this adorable project. And remember, at AccuQuilt, we want to help you cut time
So you can quilt more.